Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be going through the finished bodyguard, or should I say honor guard, for the chapter master of the Celestial Lions, my newest force added to the Last Wall force. Really excited. I'm absolutely amazed how these guys turned out. I'm also going to be showing off all the HQs I have, a part of my Last Wall that will be coming, after I've just gone through all these guys, because someone requested, Farrah, can you show me all your HQs? So yeah, of course I will. I'm going to show all my HQs off, and also I'm going to show off the next 3 chapters that are going to be appearing in my Last Wall. I've already done some color test on them, and I'm hyped. I really am excited to venture into other colors. So of course, let's start with these chaps. So these are my honor guard. Now you'll notice straight away that these chaps are all in Gravis armor. Yes, I modified Gravis armor for these chaps. Yes, they're not legal. Of course they're not legal. You don't have halberds and stuff like that. This was actually 2 weapons. It was the flail for the Dark Angel set. I cut that off and I put a Grey Knight halberd on this chap. Gave him a spear and a power fist for the Rule of Cool. If I just actually flip him all the way around, let me just position my hands here properly. You can see like all the pipes and stuff on the background. I put the command symbol on these chaps because they are like basically mini commanders within themselves. I like detested in my own like little bit of lore, like, okay, if these guys are like high up and they are protecting the chapter master, then each one of them is like a little battle fleet commander among yourself. And of course the Celestial Lions shoulder pad, marking on his shoulder pad. If you want to know where I got all these bloody markings from, the decals from, again, Scumbag Customs, link is in the description. Everyone always asks me where I get them from. The link is always in the description. One thing I actually do want to point out, excuse me, I'll just bend it down. I actually modified these chaps with the help of some heretics. Just kidding, we all know you're loyalists. So the Deathwing set is where I actually got all the bits from these, like the power fists and stuff like that, and of course I cut them up and matched them with other weapons and all that fancy kind of stuff. So for those of you asking where I got that from, that's where I got them from. This guy is a Thunderhammer guy, as you can see. A nice Thunderhammer and shield just for the Rule of Cool. More stuff, pipes on the background, all that kind of awesome stuff. Again, command symbol on there. Really impressed how these have turned out. The gold I used was Retribute Your Armor. I didn't use the rattle can. I bought like the base paints, thinned it down with airbrush flow improver, this airbrush flow improver here, and put it in its little pot in a little dropper bottle myself, and just sprayed it on with like different angles, laid it and stuff like that, so it got like a nice little shiny effect on it. This guy is like the high captain of the guard, let's say. Now, I know you're going to say, Varrock, why is he white? The Celestial Lions, they have dark skin. They're from Elysium. That's their homeworld. Yes, you are correct. They are a dark skin themed chapter. But what I've done with the lore is that the chapter master himself will be black. I'm just actually painting him out at the moment. This is just the honor guard. But I'm having them like where they've been... they've received a bunch of, I won't say replacements, Primaris from Gilliman and stuff like that. Yes, I know they're across the other side of the Great Rift, according to the Spears of the Emperor, but I'm going to say like a little detachment reached them, and they flooded their ranks, and that's why, they have some lighter skinned members of their actual chapter now. Of course, Elysium was actually lost, so their homeworld is gone. They were down to like under like 100 Marines, so it only makes sense for them to receive not replacements, recruitment drive, and of course they'll take it from anywhere. And yeah, that's why this guy is light skinned instead of dark skinned. But I definitely will have the dark skinned for the chapter master. That will happen. His sword on here, as you can see, is just a Dark Angel sword. All the arms are like Terminator arms and stuff like that. One of the amazing things about this is that Terminator arms fit aggressors and their shoulder pads perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. It must have been like what the GW designed them for, because just the way they sit, just the way they look on them, it's just a perfect fit. It really is incredible. Also, this guy's got gold for his lions and stuff like that, because of he is like the commander and stuff. So that's why I gave him a little bit more flair and stuff on his decals. The base he's on, if you can actually see, is Eisenhorn's Inquisition base, all cracked and smashed. Of course, I went with a snow theme and stuff like that. You can Hopefully you can just see it through there, like, you know, he's walked on it and just crushed it under his power, dug his sword into it, because these guys don't like the Inquisition. I wonder why. Maybe because they, you know, masquerade themselves as orc snipers. They're absolute bees. Next guy is, of course, the Thunderclaw guy. Yep, it's again from the Deathwing set, the Rule of Cool. I wanted some Thunderclaws on there. Sorry, Lightning Claws, not Thunder Claws. Why do I call them Thunder Claws? I wanted some Lightning Claws on there because, of course, lions, claws, and stuff like that. So I thought, you know, the Rule of Cool, just to add some claws into it. And yeah, I think it turned out really, really nice. Again, the posing and the arms worked perfectly for this. The blue I used, by the way, on these is Caldor Sky, I think it's called. I know a lot of people have been asking me that. So it's Caldor Sky for the actual blue. Again, what I did when I came to paint these is just spray them as gold. Then I went round with just Avgrax and stuff like that and blended it all in and everything. And that's it. This guy, another spear guy. Again, Rule of Cool. Power Fist over here looking all mighty awesome. Absolutely think he is amazing. This was a Grey Knight halberd once again. All the little text written on the parchments there and everything like that. I think it turned out pretty nice. And one thing I actually do want to try and do is, and to learn as well, I'm wondering if anyone can help me, is to how to do power blades. That is something that I haven't tried yet, and I would absolutely love to try, but I don't think I've got the confidence to start. Like I really don't know where to do it or how to do it yet. So if anyone's got any like really good tutorials with an airbrush, then I would appreciate that, because I would love to have these guys like with like glowing weapons and stuff. I think it would really add to them. But there we go. That is the last spear guy right there. So that is it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my honor guard so far for the Celestial Lions. What I'm planning to do next is, of course, as I mentioned, the Chapter Master. Is a Chapter Master somewhere here? He is somewhere here. Oops, sorry, just knocked my bloody light. The Chapter Master is going to be this guy. You've all saw him Calgar before. I'm going to do him with different arms and stuff. I'm going to have him probably stood on some rubble and something like that. And then I'm thinking, just to add to this, just a little bit more, maybe to have a squad of 10-man intercessors, just for the Daka rule and stuff like that, just to expand it a little bit more, because I really have enjoyed making the Celestial Lions. I think it's one of the cooler paint schemes I've done a part of this Last Wall project so far. Right, give me a second. I'm going to cut the video. We're going to come back, and you'll have all my little commanders all assembled, looking all awesome. So give me a second. Okay, and I'm back, and there we go. These are all the commanders, or basically HQ choices. I know the Banner Bearer is an elite choice, but he's always got to be HQ to me, just for the Rule of Cool. So I'll just start off with, of course, we've seen them all before. Chapter Master Varak, of course, this is my character. This is Varak, leader of the Imperial Fists, the new Chapter Master. Fight me, I will go down, say that he will always be the Chapter Master. Of course, standing on an Iron Warrior, because Iron Warriors are just trash, and that's where they belong, down in the dirt, crying with their innards. Look, Iron Within doesn't look that much Iron Within, it just looks like blood, mushy organs, because you all absolutely suck. So there we go. First one, Chapter Master Varak, looking like a badass. I'll just put him over here. The Crimson Fists. Now, I actually feel sorry for the Crimson Fist, because I've just done like a generic lieutenant, and I think I'm going to do like a more badass kind of guy for these. Yes, he has a cool looking power fist. I think it looks great, but I don't know. The Rule of Cool factor hasn't really been there with them, so I definitely think I'm going to make a brand new HQ character for them. I have no idea who I can make. If anyone's got any ideas, like, another captain or something like that, post it down below in the comments, and I'll take your ideas, and hopefully we can come up with something awesome. Gravis Captain, belonging to the Executioners. Some of my first models I ever painted. The Executioners, actually they're the second models I ever painted. I painted some Blood Angels first, but there we go. Captain in Gravis armor, right there, looking like a badass. Of course, Executioners, and we'll stay on with the Executioners for a while, because we've got an Executioner Apothecary right over here. And the Executioners were one of my first big forces Primaris, so I mainly have a lot of HQ characters actually coming from them. But there we go. There is his guy right there. And I actually used an Apothecary robe on the Chaplain, like the actual body, when I did my Excoriator HQ. So this is the Excoriator Chaplain over here. So you can see like the actual robe itself is an apothecary robe. It's just, you know, been bits on it, you know, the backpack, the books, the Volkite, the Crozius, just adding the rule of cool factor to make him really stand out. I really do like that chaplain. I think he turned out great. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Of course, Tor Garadon, the Fist of Fists. Look at that bloody power fist. So here's my Tor Garadon. Look at that chin. I swear to God, anyone who puts a helmet on Tor Garadon, you don't deserve Tor Garadon. Amazing model. I absolutely love it. I just love the fist. You know, the Imperial fist with the biggest fist is always cool. And of course, I painted him in 5th Company because why would I paint him in 3rd Company? 3rd Company make you look like Ronald McDonald with the yellow and the red. So yeah, 5th Company is the best company as always. Of course, the Celestial Lion guy we've just already bloody seen. So yeah, you know about him. Captain of the Guard. I could probably default him as Captain in Gravis Armor if I wanted to. The Banner Bearer over here, again with the Rule of Cool, with the Power Fist, and his little tough, I forgot what it's called now, the little things on the head, the crest. Yep, turned out pretty cool. I like it. Very, very nice. A lot of people love this model. This is, oh boy. That nearly ended a disaster. Stand with me, brother. This is my Lieutenant for the Imperial Fist. Well, Lieutenant or Chapter Champion, but he has got Lieutenant markings on him, so I'll always say he is a Lieutenant. But then again, that gives me an excuse to actually make a champion for the Imperial Fists. His shield on him, taken from the Cataphractic Terminator set from the Horus Heresy. Yeah, really, really cool. I like him. I like how he turned out. Very, very nice. Oh, this guy always gets comments because he has no shoulder pads, and everyone says, "Varrat, you forgot his shoulder pads." So this is an Executioner Captain, and I purposely left the shoulder pads off. Not like much like the World Eaters don't have shoulder pads, because I always think it in a way makes them move better. I always find, you know, it gives them more freedom in melee, but also it leads to, you know, you're more open because you're not really protected. So that's what I went with this guy, to have that Rule of Cool factor where, you know, he leaves his shoulder pads off because he likes swinging his axes, but it opens him up to receive more damage. But, you know, he knows that, and he just goes along with it. So, yeah, Executioner Captain right there, looking like an absolute badass, screaming, "I shall purge you, Xenos!" So, yeah, another Lieutenant for the Executioners. Gave him an axe and a plasma pistol. Yep, just Rule of Cool factor there. And we've only got really 2 more. We've got the Captain. This is the first actual model I ever painted as an Imperial Fist. The Captain of the Imperial Fists. He's got a Templar sword. I've always like a little backstory, like he fought with the Templars and they honoured him with one of their weapons, or, you know, something, the Rule of Cool like that, because he's a pretty badass. And of course, the Tech Marine. We don't really have a Tech Marine. Well, technically we do, but it's a half a Tech Marine, a part of the Repulsor / Executioner kit, but we don't have really a full one. So I took the Iron Hands one, and I repurposed it, and I made him into an Imperial Fist because it makes it way more cooler, the Rule of Cool, that way. So yes, there we go. Those are my HQ choices, ladies and gentlemen, for the Last Wall so far. Yes, I am doing a lot more, a hell of a lot more, and if you give me a second, I'm going to cut the video, we're going to come back, and I'm going to show you the next 3 chapters that we shall be entering the Last Wall Protocol. And I'm back again. So here we go. This is it. This is the next 3 chapters coming to the Last Wall Protocol. Just don't look at these models. These were just test models, like models I've ripped apart and stuff, and I sprayed them just to test out the colours and see if they actually work right. So the first chapter that shall be joining the merry band of the Last Wall is the Subjugators. Now the Subjugators are a really, really awesome chapter. They have a lot of lore on them. One of them, like the most valiant stands, was at like Arcadia. When the Gathering Storm was happening, they had like an amazing last stand with one of their companies. So it's only right that they receive the next treatment for their gallantry, their bravery, their action, And Moot Green, this is Moot Green by the way, is a fantastic colour. I was like, is it going to be a bit too bright? But no, it actually really worked out well. Like if you look at the Subjugators colour scheme, I think it's perfect. I love it. I think it really goes with them. So there we go. The Subjugators are going to be the first ones. That is the test colour scheme there. The next ones are the Emperor's Warbringers. Oh, sweet Emperor's Warbringers again. This is the kind of colour scheme I'm going with them now. Their symbol is like two little swords crossed with each other. Another badass chapter. It's really nice that I'm going for these different colours because I think it would really add to like the palette of the Last Wall. Like we've got the yellows, we've got the blues, we've got the golds, we've even got whites. You know, with of course the excoriators. You know, with a sergeant and their squad and stuff like that. So to add like some of the greens and stuff, and you know these kind of colours, I think it would really work out. I definitely need some reds in there, but that is another video for another time because I will definitely be doing red Templars at some point. So that's that one. And after that, we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. From the fires of their heresy, they shall rise, more loyal than before. The soul drinkers shall be returning to the sons of Dawn. So yes, I am doing the soul drinkers. This has been a massive request from a lot of people. Varrak, do soul drinkers. Varrak, do soul drinkers. Yes, I will. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you know, maybe one day, and I'm doing it now. I'm definitely doing the soul drinkers, and I know there's going to be people. Well, Varrak, they are not sons of Rogel Dawn. Have you read the books? Yes, I've read the books. They were sons of Rogel Dawn at one stage. They answered the Last Wall previously when the Beast Arises happened, and that's good enough for me. That is all I need to know. They answered the last call, and so they shall answer this call and keep their oaths fulfilled to Rogel Dawn. Maybe their blood isn't that of Rogel Dawn, but still, they purge in Dawn's glorious name, and that is good enough for me. That is all I bloody need to know. Right, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is my little update to the Last Wall. And yeah, hopefully next time I do this, we'll have some Subjugators, Emperor's Warbringers, and of course, Soul Drinkers all painted up. I've actually ordered 30 Intercessor Marines to paint as 10 of each, and of course I'm going to do HQs for them all and stuff like that. So now all together, I'm going to have around bloody 70 to 80 intercessors. I've got so much bolter fire, and that's glorious for a Son of Dawn, because bolt shots equals more glorious purges if I get those sixes and stuff like that. So yes, I am a happy chapper. Right, thank you for coming, thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts, feedback, everything like that in the comment section as we always do, and I'll get back to you down there. See you now, and bye bye.